Okay, friends, we are going to meet on the carpet with your whiteboards, a marker, and an eraser. So I'm going to call each table one at a time. Let's see, who is ready to join me on the carpet? Table 2, you're doing a good job sitting quietly. You can come and join me on the carpet. Table 4, you can join me on the carpet. Table 3, I think you're ready. And table 1, all right. Okay, everyone's on the carpet now. Hello, friends. So today we are going to be doing some math. Who's excited to do math? Miss C's excited for math. Oh, Billy, I see you're excited. That's awesome. So today we are going to be skip counting to 1,000. You're going to learn how to skip count. Who thinks they know what that means? The word skip count. Yes, Jessica. Okay, that's not a bad guess. It's not a bad guess. Who else thinks they know what that means? Yes, Jeremiah. Oh, that is correct. That means that we are going to be skipping numbers to count up to, well, we're going to go to 1,000. All right, so you're going to be using your whiteboards and your markers. And before we get started, I just wanted to ask you guys, why do you think that it is important to be able to count? Why do we need to count? Just take a minute. I want you to look to the person next to you, and I want you to discuss with them, why do you think it's important that we need to be able to count? Okay, all right. So who thinks they know why it's important to count? Yes, Jessica. I love that you were raising your hand quietly and sitting nicely, by the way. I just wanted to point that out. So why is it important to count? Okay, well, we need to know how to count. Maybe if we're baking, right? If we're baking a cake, we need to know like the measurements, how much we need. We need to know how to count how many scoops we're gonna need of flour, maybe. Yes, Jeremiah, thank you for raising your hand. Oh, we're gonna need to know how to count because when you guys get older, right? Yeah, you're gonna need to know that for multiplying and division and your future math careers. So there's a few reasons why we need to know how to count. As you can see, I have numbers up on the wall and they are color-coded. So they are color-coded based on how, or the place value of each number. And we'll talk about that a little bit more as the lesson goes. But first I want to start off with, we're going to skip count by 10. So I'm going to point to the numbers and you're going to repeat after me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Very good, very good, very good. I'm so proud of you guys. You did an awesome job with that. So we're going to be using our whiteboards, and we're also going to be using these things. They're called base 10 blocks. So they're blocks, and they all represent a different place value. So does anybody already know, or has anybody already seen, maybe you have a sibling that's used the base 10 blocks. Has anybody ever seen what these look like before? Okay. So some of you have a little bit of an understanding. Very good. That's good to know. So this will be easy breezy for you guys. I'm going to write a number on the board. And the number I'm going to write is 382. So the number is 382. How many hundredths are in 382? Yes, Hannah. 3? So we have 3 100ths. Okay, so would it be safe to say that you think that this maybe is the hundredths place? Raise your hand if you think it's the hundreds place. Very good. So this is going to be our hundredths place. We have 3 100ths. Now, if we have 3 100ths, the next number is 82. How many tens do you think are in 82? Now, we just counted on the wall by tens. How many tens are in 82? Yes, Sarah. 8? I think that's a pretty good answer. There are 8 tens. So, is this the tens place? Raise your hand if you think this is the tens place. Yes, it is the tens place. Okay, and then what do we have here? What's left? Everyone say it. 2. So, this is going to be our ones place. These are the place values. We have our hundreds, tens, and ones. So this is going to represent 300. We have 8 tens, which would make 80. And then 2 ones, which is just 2. Okay, now I want you guys to look at the base 10 blocks on the ClearTouch on the board. So we have blocks that are separated in groups, all right? So we have our hundredths blocks, we have our tens blocks, and we have our ones. So how many hundredths are here? Yes, Ben. Oh, I love my friends who are sitting so quietly. I think that deserves a token for you to take down later to the office because you guys are doing so awesome. You can have one. You can have one. Thank you for being quiet. Okay, so we have our hundredths place, which is just this square block. And then we have our tens. So how many hundredths are here? There's 1 100. How many tens blocks are here? 3. Very good. And how many ones? 8. Very good. So on your whiteboards, I want you to write what you think this number makes. And you can look at the ClearTouch if you need a reminder of what each block represents. All right, does anybody think they know? 138? Very good. Very good. You guys, most of you seem to have got that. That's very good. All right. So moving forward, we're going to do a few more examples together. And then after we do the examples, if you guys have any questions, let me know throughout. I will be happy to answer. We're going to do some more examples together. And then you guys are going to go back to your seats and we're actually going to complete 2 worksheets. So my students will do the examples with me, and then we're going to complete, and then I'll introduce the worksheets. So, all right, friends, these are the 2 worksheets. So this is the first worksheet, number 1. You're going to be skip counting. You're going to write in. So this says 70, 80, 90. What do you think comes next? You can look at the wall, the numbers we have on the wall. What comes after 90 if we're counting by 10? 100. Very good. So you're going to do a few of these problems on the first worksheet. You're going to check them with me before grabbing the second worksheet. So we have our second worksheet, which has pictures of the base 10 blocks. And you are going to write how many of each value is there. So we have our hundredths, we have our tens, and we have our ones. So how many hundredths are here? Ben? 1. So what would you write here? Sarah? No, you wouldn't write 1. You would write, try again. I want you to think about it. How many hundredths? 100. Very good. So you'd write 100 here, and then you would keep going for the rest of them. And then you're going to check your work with me. Once you are done both worksheets and I've checked them, then you can go and grab a tub on the side counter with the base 10 blocks, and you may silently, hold on, wait till I'm finished. You may silently move around the room and practice with the base 10 blocks. Any questions? Yes, Billy. You may use flexible seating. That is all right. Okay. When I call your table, you may head back to your seats, and thank you guys for being such great listeners.